Welcome to UberTechs. It's September 12th, Sunday. Today we have a special guest, Brandon. Welcome, Brandon. I'm, of course, Techie Kris, and we have
Hi.
a demon with us. We're going to talk about the droids.
Oh yes, lots of droids. We're going to talk about the Droid Android operating system in general, as well as attached devices. So we're going to start off with some Droid phones. We might as well start off chronologically with the Droid Ares, as he would love to show you. That's the Droid Ares.
Droid Ares.
You'll notice that actually is running, therefore it is not the stock ROM that it came with. See how it actually has some functionality and some tools? I mean, the Droid Ares wasn't a bad device for its time, but the more support that it got, the slower that it got, and then therefore it kind of became obsolete really quickly. So we're going to basically point you in the right direction, which would be XDA developers. They're the primary developers for modded phones of both Android and Windows Mobile, and some non-stock ROMs for even like your typical cell phones. And I'm going to suggest that whatever phone you have, I would suggest rooting it, which basically, if you're unfamiliar with rooting it, it gives you what's known as super user access, which is basically like admin. It gives you admin access to your phone and lets you control the features as well as reflashing, and if you're on other carriers, the Wi-Fi share and other stuff like that, you can unlock yourself. I was going to talk about one phone in particular that I had experience with. It's the Motorola Backflip, made by the same manufacturer as the original Droid on Verizon and the Droid 2 and Droid X. And they made this phone for AT&T. It's one of AT&T's only two droids. They have the Aria and the Backflip. And AT&T really does not want this phone to succeed. They actually decreased its performance, wouldn't release the Froyo update for it, and then for some reason they decided to put Yahoo bloatware in with the AT&T bloatware, so the entire phone is completely bogged down. If you do have this phone, it's probably good for you to know that it is not rootable. This is literally one of the only phones that is not rootable. You can't do anything about it. They actually made a physical piece of hardware called the eFuse, where if you try and root it, it will burn out the phone, void your warranty, and you're shit out of luck.
But you have a cool paperweight.
Yeah.
Yeah, kind of. It's a back-flipping paperweight, so enjoy that. And now we're going to talk about the cream of the crop Droid phones. There's two out currently, one of which being the HTC Evo 4G. Turn that motherfucker on. This is a rooted 2.2 ROM, so that gives me access to Wi-Fi share and stuff like that for unlimited devices for free. I was kind of impressed by it, all in all. Small package, lots of power. The second phone that is turning a lot of heads right now is the Galaxy S Pro. And that is a phone that they're just released on Sprint. And basically, it's one of the only phones that has a graphics processor on it. For the Galaxy S Pro, they plan on releasing Call of Duty Modern Warfare 1 in its full form. Not the port from the DS that they made for the iPhone, but the actual Call of Duty Modern Warfare. They're planning on releasing that as one of the launch benefits for the game wing of the Galaxy S Pro.
Cool.
So that phone, that's going to be the gaming phone, full slide-out keyboard, made by Samsung. So, I mean, you got kind of a choice. If you want a bigger screen, something similar to, well, the iPhone, like physically, but a lot more power and features, and I would go with this one. And this one comes with 2.2 stock, and it is upgradable to 2.2 if you bought one before the 2.2 came out. The Galaxy S Pro is only running 2.1 right now. There's no upgraded ROM for it.
The Galaxy S Droid tablet. I mean, I like the. Obviously, Samsung's kind of a heavy hitter. They carry a good name with them. And reading over the description, I like what it says so far. Now, there's been some talk that Google wasn't going to move forward with the Droid OS. As far as the later release being optimized for tablet performance. The Galaxy S, reading the description, seems to contradict that. So, I mean, if it's there, people in Berlin already have it. Apparently that's empirical evidence that whatever news was leaked from Google that they weren't going to be supporting or optimizing the Droid OS for tablets is incorrect. I mean, and as far as I'm concerned, that's a good thing. I'd like to see more tablet functionality and more tablet usage, because I think, at least as far as a fad goes, that's going to be the fad for the next couple of years. I think you're going to see more people moving to it.
And as far as cost is concerned, they're looking for a little less than $200, which is about what you're going to pay for an Android phone. And it's going to have 3G capability, and the intermediate version probably going to have 3 to 4G capability. So you can, or if you don't want to, add it to your phone plan and so on and so forth. So they're going to sell it individually, and you'll be able to buy it through, say, Sprint or Verizon, or not AT&T.
The other alternative, if you're a little tech savvy, if you don't mind tweaking something right out of the box, is this link that I just sent. This is the Arcos 9 PC tablet. Comes preloaded with Windows. However, an upgrade to the Windows and a little bit of tweaking, from what I understand, reading all the forums, can really open this device up. And with a under $500 price tag, not a bad deal at all.
Yeah, USB ports in and out, so that's probably not a bad option if you're looking for something a little bit cheaper.
A consistent warning, if you will, that I'm getting from the forums and the customer reviews is non-tech people seem to rate it lower out of the box, whereas tech people will rate it higher and provide you with a couple of tweaks they've done to it. Upping the Windows to Windows 7. What does it come with here? It's Windows 7.
It says ships Windows 7 on there.
Yeah, but it's a Windows 7, I want to say maybe Home Basic. And upping that will open up the functionality of the touchscreen.
Yeah, you need something
more.
You need Ultimate or more for multi-touch capability.
Right. And then there's a couple little tweaks to maximize the performance as far as the processing speed goes. So. But again, I mean, I think we may be, or people like us may be a little cynical when it comes to this, because we want everything to give us power user capability. Mm-hmm. I mean, I know that's just kind of a subconscious thing for us, is that when we pick up a device, we want to be able to do the maximum that we would ever do on such, a device, whereas general population are going to be impressed just for the fact that it exists. I mean,
yeah.
How many people are going to be streaming video, doing web conferencing, recoding a video from MKV to AVI, all at once on their portable device while connected to 4G? Probably not very many. Would I try to do that? Absolutely.
I'd actually heard about the Arcos one, but from what I had heard, they limited it with the operating system pretty poorly. I mean,
it's got all the features built in as far as hardware that looks like you'd ever really want. I mean, USB connectivity, built-in webcam, on the side, relatively easy right and left mouse click buttons.
Can you buy it in America?
Yeah, actually, Best Buy has it. They're currently sold out on their website, but you can buy it at Best Buy.
Well, I'd like to thank everyone for watching. Hope that it was informative. Thanks to Brandon for being here, and thanks to the Demon for hosting.
My pleasure.
Lovely as usual. See you next time. Ah.